The Miss Wool of America pageant was a large part of the culture in San Angelo from the 1950s to the 1970s. Two former participants I had the opportunity to meet with spoke not only about what the pageant brought to San Angelo, but how it enriched their personal lives as well. Contestants in the Miss Wool of America pageant competed in several phases of competition, starting with modeling the latest wool fashions from top designers around the world.
Oscar de la Renta, and his name is still there. Larry Aldridge, Jeffrey Bean. These are all old names but they were very well recognized at that period of time. These were top American designers.
The ladies who were chosen by the celebrity judges as finalists then had to face an onstage interview with the host of the show, answering questions from what would make you a good Miss Wool to what do you think of hippies?
Miss Wool of Colorado, Mary Smiley. Mary Smiley, as you might guess, is a skier, and it's a wonder we haven't run into each other at Aspen or Snowmass.
I wish we would have.
We will next Christmas.
Promise?
It's a bet. Now, you like sports. Do you like fellas?
Oh, very much.
What do you think of hippies?
Well, I like them too, but I like boys better. Well, I mean...
Thank you very much.
The winner of Miss Wool was soon rushed into the public eye and became a model, spokesperson, and advocate for the organization. Even the women who didn't take the title felt some of these responsibilities as well. Linda Hale was Miss Wool of Texas in 1964 and explained how she represented our state during this time.
With the title goes, you are wool ambassador. I know I covered from El Paso to Beaumont and from Amarillo to the valley. Over 30,000 miles that year.
Linda had lots of fond memories of the wool and fashion industries during this time. She explained she was given a 50-piece wool wardrobe and still holds on to a few items, which she brought to share with me.
In the fashion industry, they were using more wool and they were developing finer pieces. My wardrobe was some of the most beautiful combinations you've ever seen with the hot pink and the turquoise. They were just beautiful pieces. And it traveled with me everywhere I went. And I was able to share that through so many different style shows.
Suzanne Suck originally became involved with the Miss Wool organization through the Make It Yourself with Wool contest, representing Oklahoma in the 60s. After experiencing the wonders of the national pageant, she started a Miss Wool of Oklahoma in her home state.
The first participant in a contest in Oklahoma came down here and won Miss Wool of America.
Suzanne then took on even bigger roles with the Miss Wool National Organization, traveling to New York, Europe, and everywhere in between with one Miss Wool of America title holder, taking care of her wardrobe and public relations.
So I traveled with Miss Wool of America several years later, and we did fashion shows across the country promoting American-made wool.
Both ladies expressed the pageant had a lasting impact on their lives. Linda went on to work in a similar industry as a bridal store consultant, and Suzanne actually met her husband while traveling with the organization and ended up settling right here in San Angelo.
That's how I got to San Angelo, because I was in San Francisco promoting the Miss Wool pageant to the auxiliary and at the national convention, and that's how I met my husband.
While times have certainly changed and the Miss Wool of America pageant is no longer around, the ladies both told me that the people of San Angelo had just as much heart back then as they do now.